As children get older and develop their own will, many parents experience frustration when their children don't do as they are asked. We often say about our children, they just don't listen. Sometimes this is because we haven't communicated in a way that helps them to listen. Of course, there are times that children do hear us and choose not to do what we have asked because they are exploring their will. But there are ways we can shift our adult behavior based on what we know about children's language development to ensure that we are communicating effectively with them. We have discussed this diagram in previous videos, but it is worth repeating because it is foundational to our parenting. It shows the three elements in a child's world that interact to shape the child. In Montessori, we believe that we, the adults, can only control our own actions and the environment. Both of these elements impact the development of the child, but we cannot actually control the child. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can help our children hear us by shifting our adult actions. What we sometimes interpret as defiance from children can actually be a result of not communicating with them effectively. So, we can use what we know about children's development to communicate with them. First, young children cannot multitask. They can only focus their attention on one thing at a time. So, we need to minimize distractions so that children can listen. If we are moving while we are talking to children, they may be paying attention to our movement rather than what we are saying. Also, if we use too many words, they may not actually hear what we are asking them to do. Children are capable of intense concentration, so that if they are focused on an activity, they may not hear us. Young children have no sense of time because they live in the present moment. So they often take much longer to do something than we might want. Knowing these things can help us communicate with our children so that they can hear what we are asking them to do. First, we need to stop moving so that children are not distracted by our movements. We can also make sure that their attention is focused on us rather than on something else, though we want to avoid interrupting children when they are concentrating. We can also minimize background noise by turning off TVs or music so that our children aren't distracted by those. Once we have minimized the distractions, we can get down on their level and look directly at them. Then we can minimize our words and enunciate clearly so that children can hear our message. For children who are 3 years or older, we can ask them to repeat back what we have said to make sure that they have heard and understood. Since children have no internal sense of time, we can set a clear time frame by counting or playing a song. For example, we can say, I'm counting to 10. When I get to 10, you need to have your coat on. Children may still choose not to follow our directions, which we will discuss in a future video. But by making sure we are communicating in a developmentally appropriate way, we can maximize the times that children do as they are asked. Follow Montessori Collective on Facebook and YouTube for more videos and content about child development and how we as parents can foster our children's potential.